Welcome back to We're Here and We Matter, the podcast that actually talks about women with bleeding disorders.
Because we're here
and we matter. Today on the show, we have Mackenzie.
Hi, girls. I'm Mackenzie. I'm a physical therapist in St. Louis, Missouri, and I work at the HTC.
I love my HTC. That's where Jess and I became best friends, and where we started to wonder, should girls with hemophilia be stressing about their joint health?
I do believe that everyone with a bleeding disorder, regardless of gender, should be aware of their joint health. And I think these are important things to bring up with your physician at any time if you have concerns about how your joints feel and how things are moving.
Speaking of joints, do you see a difference in joint health with boys versus girls?
I feel like boys are aware of their joint health from early on in life because they know it's going to be an issue, whereas girls get diagnosed a lot later. So sometimes we let things slide a little bit, and we don't always speak up when we feel things happening.
On this show, we don't let things slide.
I get worried about my joints. Will I get arthritis because of untreated bleeds?
Anytime there's blood in a joint, you risk some damage to the soft tissues that line the joint. So the longer the blood is in the joint, the more damage it can do. So long term, if this is repeated in a joint, then you can develop arthritis. That being said, nothing is guaranteed, and there's no promise that you will have arthritis. It's just important to be aware of how you can protect your body and you can take care of it.
I hear about boys getting physical therapy. Should I be getting that?
I'm totally biased, but I feel like everyone, regardless of who you are, should get a PT in their life. Most PTs are experts in movement and function and pain, and we can do anything from help you pick the right shoes for a job to rehabbing a muscle after an injury. I believe really strongly in preventative care, so seeing a PT when you see your doctor, we can maybe pick out little things that you can work on throughout the year to help better take care of you and prevent problems before they even happen.
So is there a difference between boys or girls getting PT?
I do often see the female patients come through getting waved through with PT because they don't statistically have as frequent of joint bleeding.
Having a body is so hard sometimes. And as women, we have so many other things to also think about when it comes to our bodies.
I think that women we feel different throughout the month, and we might feel more motivated to go out and go for a walk and exercise some weeks, and then other weeks all you want to do is curl up in bed with a movie and some chocolate.
Hello. That's me right now. I literally fell asleep with this in my hand last night.
What else?
I think Jess is trying to ask, what else should we be mindful of when it comes to our bodies?
I think what is most important is being mindful of what your body needs and how it moves throughout the day, and then sort of undoing any stressors that you feel throughout the day. If you're sitting at a desk, maybe it's more important to stretch your shoulders or your hips.
I have been sitting all day. Woo, that feels good. What about stretches that'll help with period pain?
There's a lot of research that says just moving in general helps with menstrual pain and cramping. So light cardio exercise like walking or riding a bike or just walking around the house even, just moving helps with those cramps. And then also I feel just hugging your knees to your tummy, I think is probably one of the better ones for relieving any discomfort or cramping or pain in that lower pelvic floor area.
Mackenzie, you're brilliant.
It's Leo. I just started seeing someone, and I'm just a little afraid he's going to find out I have a bleeding disorder.
I feel like the most important thing for anybody to realize when you're dating is just to be true to who you are. If you're dating to find a real relationship, then be honest and open with who you are and, find that person who loves you for exactly that.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, so we're working on building a worksheet for girls to take to their doctors. What should be on it?
I think it's super important to just have a phone log written down for the doctors, the therapist, the nurse, who to call.
Who to call when something goes wrong. That's smart, because it can get a little confusing and then I forget and it ends up wasting a lot of time by calling the wrong person for the wrong thing.
Do you have any other guests you think should be on our show?
Have you girls heard of the shematologist?
No, who's that?
I think you girls should look her up.
We will. Mackenzie, thank you so much for coming on our podcast.
I'm just really excited to see, women and girls finally stepping up and taking charge of who they are and getting what they need in the medical world. It's been a long time coming.
Exactly. That was really good advice that she gave about dating. being open and honest with who you are and finding someone who loves you just for that.
Are you talking about Leo?
Unless you're dating someone else I should know about.
No, it just makes me nervous. What if he's scared off by, me having hemophilia?
Then he's not the right person for you.
I guess you're right. I know you're right.
Because you're here and you matter.